Salvatore. I am the fabrication and test support leader. The abstract for our project is that the kicker is an important part of every football squad. To make a significant impact in the game, the kicker has to have an accurate kick in both inside and outside fields because they can range in between those two areas. In the past, a training simulator has been created, but with current improvement in technology, we want to improve the accuracy of each kick in the trajectory motion. We'll be focused on the trajectory and the wireless communication and the data acquisition of the instrumental football. The purpose of our project is to eventually, there will be eventually a second part to it, a 2.0, which will focus more on the simulation part. For this part of the project, we are only focusing on the trajectory of the ball so far. The objective of our project is to help kickers become better, have a better understanding of how they're kicking, and to have an accurate measurement of the velocity, acceleration, and trajectory of the ball. Now, our project design and team lead will explain to you on the team solution, the team fabrication, the testing and results.
Hi everyone, my name is Dominic Scott and I'm the project design team lead. So for our design solutions, what we decided to do was base our design of commercial off-the-shelf products, and we call that COTS. With COTS, we can be able to significantly reduce our fabrication time and also be able to start our testing early so we can actually finish on time for our scope. As for our fabrication, here's the picture of our instrumented football. Here are the two cables here. These allow us to charge our football with the two accelerometers that are attached inside. As for our design here, we had to open up the football and place the accelerometers inside and glue them, attach them. The glue that we decided to use was a polyurethane adhesive like Gorilla Glue that you can possibly find at any sort of convenience store like Walmart or even Home Depot. As for our shoe, we had to simply attach the accelerometer to just the side of the shoe so we can get an accurate read of how fast and how much acceleration the accelerometer is actually giving out. As for our testing results, here we have the time and our acceleration. Each of these accelerometers, the two accelerometers, can read out our acceleration in the X, Y, and Z components. And here we decided to focus more on the center of mass of our football. So we have our center mass of our X, Y, and Z components, and then our center mass of our velocity and the X, Y, Z components. We'll eventually take that magnitude and be able to find if it can clear over a fence of 11 feet or so. But our fence technically will be a football field goal because at least by the pole it's around about 11 feet tall. Here are graphs, right here, this is where the spike tends to be. Here in gray, this is our Z in our acceleration graphs. Here in our top accelerometers here. This graph just indicates what kind of magnitude spike that we had. So this powerful spike here, that indicates where our initial velocity actually began. So if we had a velocity magnitude of 39.83 meters per second, we will be able to at least get up to 12.8 feet in the air. And so on. Now that I concluded, my friend and Eloy Santos will explain the Gantt chart and the project management for this project.
I would like to begin talking about our portable football kicking simulator. Let's take a look at our earned value management chart. During Senior Design 1, our initial budget was set at $1,000. This amount would cover the engineering analysis, administration, and fabrication required for our project. This graph reflects a timeline of data beginning in January through May. In February and March, we met with our mentor, Dr. Feng. We worked on engineering analysis and design development. In April and May was when we submitted our project proposal. In Senior Design 2, we had to make some modifications to our scope because our mentor, Dr. Feng, could no longer be involved in our project. This required us to change our scope and focus on an instrumented ball instead of the force array wall, which was Dr. Feng's original plan. Due to our scope change, we revised our budget to $450, which satisfied the amount needed for our project. This chart reflects work from August through November to include our engineering analysis and fabrication of the instrumented ball. Taking a look at our Gantt chart, this includes data from January through May in relation to our meetings with Dr. Feng. When we discuss details of the project. In the beginning of the fall semester, specifically the past 2 months, you can see how our focus was on the instrumented ball.
Okay guys, so this is our instrumented football and I'm going to show you a demonstration of this. So if you look closely here, is an on and off switch. This is on our accelerometer right here. Our accelerometer can connect wirelessly to Bluetooth. If we just turn on the switch, and if you look at the bottom here, this is where I have it connected to, you can slightly see that there's a flashing blue light on here. That means it's connected to it. And for our little display here, we can actually find the acceleration of our accelerometer. So if I open it and move it up and down, and if I really move it vigorously, we actually are able to see all of the acceleration components happening in real time. All right, that's number 1. Go.
Go. As for our conclusion and recommendations, overall for this senior design project, it was actually pretty interesting. So far, we managed to actually go over topics that we can actually further improve upon, and also allowed us to develop more skills for our career fields. Not only this, this is only phase 1 of our project. For phase 2, another team will come in and will improvise the project to evolve it into the 2.0 version. To do this, they will incorporate VR technology to not only simulate the football experience, but also to be able to have enhanced diagnostics to allow the player to figure out what they need to do for their next kick and to improve upon themselves when they go out for that next field goal. Okay. Thank you for listening.